Welcome to this short series of tutorials designed to simplify the topic of selections in Photoshop. In this tutorial, we'll cover what selections are and give you some quick examples of when you'll use selections most often. A selection is just a way to isolate part of an image, so any work you do on the image affects just that selected part. One reason to use selections is when you want to change the appearance of part of an image. For example, let's say I want to apply a filter that affects only the flower in this photo. First, I'll select the flower, and I'm going to use a tool called the Quick Selection tool to do this. I'll just click and drag over the flower, and that will automatically select it because it has this high contrast edge. And now I'm going to apply a filter that will affect only the flower. So I'll go up to the Filter menu, I'm going to the Stylize category, and I'll choose Oil Paint. I'm going to leave all the settings here at their defaults. What I want you to see is that this effect is being applied only inside the selection. I'm going to click OK, and all that's left to do is to deselect, and you can deselect by either pressing Command-D on the Mac keyboard or Control-D on the Windows keyboard, or you could go up to the Select menu and choose Deselect there. Now let's look at another reason to make selections. Often, if you have a photograph, you'll want to adjust only part of the photograph, and this is where selections can really help you. Again, I'll use the Quick Selection tool, and I'm just going to click and drag across all of the foreground. And when it's all selected, I'll go to the bottom of the Layers panel, and I'll click the Add Adjustment Layer icon there. And I'm going to choose a simple Brightness Contrast Adjustment Layer. Then in the Properties panel, I'll have the sliders for the Brightness Contrast Adjustment Layer, and I'm going to drag the brightness slider over to the right. If I go back down to the Layers panel and turn off that new Brightness Contrast Adjustment Layer, keep your eye on the photo, and you'll see that this adjustment is affecting only the foreground and not the sky as well. Let's look at another reason to use selections. Sometimes you may want to delete part of an image, leaving transparent pixels behind which you could put another background. To do that on this image, I'm going to use another selection tool, the Rectangular Marquee tool, which is here in the Tools panel. And I'm doing that because I want to select this rectangular area and delete it from the photo. In the Layers panel, I first have to click the Lock icon because the single layer in this photo is a special locked background layer. And then I'll just press the Delete key or the Backspace key on my keyboard. And I'll deselect by pressing Command-D on Mac or Control-D on Windows. Now, if you like, you can put a different background behind there. To do that, I'm going to go down to the Add New Layer icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. I'll hold the Command key, that's the Control key on Windows, and click, and that adds a new layer beneath the photo layer. Let's name this the photo layer. And we'll name this the black layer. And with the black layer selected, I'll go up to the Edit menu, and I'll choose Fill, and I'll choose to fill with black, and click OK. One more reason to make a selection is if you want to copy part of an image so you can use that copy on another photo or on the same one. To do that, make sure that you have the right layer selected, the one with the photo, and then click and drag with one of the selection tools in the image. I'm going to use the Rectangular Marquee to select this brown rectangle in the photo. And then I'm going to copy that by using the keyboard shortcut Command-C on the Mac, that's Control-C on Windows, and then I'll paste a copy that I just selected by using the shortcut Command-V on Mac or Control-V on Windows. In the Layers panel, you can see that that created a brand new layer, and if I turn off all the other layers, you'll see that that new layer contains just the copied rectangle. Now, at first you don't see it in the image because it's right on top of the original rectangle that I copied, but if I get the Move tool, and then I click on top of the rectangle and drag, you can see the copy moving with me. And I'll use it to cover up one of the checkers right there. So that should give you an idea not only of what selections are, but when and why you're likely to use them as you work in Photoshop, whether you are changing the appearance of part of an image, or adjusting part of a photo, or deleting or copying part of an image.